If you watched my previous video, you already know the story. We spoke about Cardinal Oswald Gracious' concerns over the FCRA Amendment Bill, the concerns raised by Christian organizations, and even the intervention of a US congressman who warned that the proposed law could have serious implications for Christian churches and charities. There was a lot of concern, a lot of discussion, and even an uproar. And now something important has happened in the parliament. The FCRA Amendment Bill has been sent to a JPC or a Joint Parliamentary Committee. So, what exactly happened? And more importantly, what does this mean for our Christians, churches, NGOs, schools, and hospitals that depend on foreign contributions? Let's understand this. The FCRA or Foreign Contribution Regulation Amendment Bill 2026 was originally introduced in the Lok Sabha on March 25th. The bill proposes major changes to the way organizations are receiving foreign contributions and the way it should be regulated. One of the biggest concerns is what happens when an organization FCRA registration is cancelled, surrendered, or not renewed. The proposed bill creates something called a designated authority, which would have powers relating to the foreign contribution and assets connected with such organizations. The bill also specifically says that if an affected asset is in a place of worship, the religious character must be maintained. This is where the controversy began. Christian organizations argued that the provisions could potentially affect constitutions involved in education, healthcare, charity, and social service. The Catholic Bishops' Conference of India had already submitted memoranda to the government raising concerns and asking for wider consultation. In July, CBCI again met Home Minister Mr. Amit Shah and urged that the bill should be withdrawn and redrafted after wider consultation. And then came the political controversy, oppositions protested, and international attention was sought. On August 12, 2026, the Lok Sabha approved the proposal to refer the FCRA Amendment Bill to a Joint Parliament Committee. There was an uproar and there were protests from the opposition during the proceedings. But here's something important. The bill has not been passed and it has not been rejected either. It has been sent for further examination. JPC stands for Joint Parliamentary Committee. Think of it as a designated or detailed examination stage. The JPC brings together members of parliament from both the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha to study a particular bill or issue. The committee examines the provisions, hears different viewpoints, studies documents, and can seek the information from stakeholders. After its examination, it submits a report and recommendations to the parliament. Importantly, a JPC does not automatically decide the final fate of the bill. Its recommendations are influential, but they are not legally binding on the government. In simple words, the bill has been taken off the fast track and sent for deeper examination. This is where we need to be careful. The FCRA law is not a law specifically targeting Christians. It applies to organizations receiving foreign contributions. The government's argument is that stronger regulation is necessary to ensure transparency, accountability, and protection of India's national interests. The government has also argued that the bill is aimed at preventing misuse of foreign funding, including funding connected with unlawful activities or forcible religious conversion. But Christian organizations have raised a different concern. Their concern is what happens if an organization loses its FCRA registration and what happens to the assets built using these foreign contributions. For churches, charitable organizations, schools, and hospitals and other institutions, this is not simply a question about money. It's a question about continuity of service, institutional autonomy, and the ability to continue serving people. That is why Christian leaders have been asking for greater consultation and safeguards. And this is where I think Christians need to look beyond politics. Whether you support the bill or oppose it, one thing is clear. A democracy works best when important laws are properly examined. If the government believes the bill is necessary, let it explain every provisions clearly. If Christian organizations have genuine concerns, let them present their arguments before the committee. We should not approach this issue with fear, and we should not approach it with hatred. We should approach it with truth, constitutional rights, transparency, and dialogue. As Christians, we are called to serve the poor, educate children, care for the sick, and stand for justice. At the same time, we are also citizens of India. So we should want both a government that protects national interests and laws that protect legitimate services and freedom. So, what happened today? The FCRA Amendment Bill has been referred to the Joint Parliamentary Committee. This means the story is not over. The JPC will examine the bill and debate will continue. For Christians, this is the time not for panic but for prayer, awareness, and responsible participation. Because sometimes democracy doesn't end when Parliament says yes or no. Sometimes democracy is found in the conversation that happens before the final decision. So now the big question is, what will the JPC recommend? And will the government make the changes to the FCRA bill? We will have to wait and watch. If you like this video, please do forward it to people and let everyone be aware of it. And if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe to this beautiful channel. Faith over feelings always. I'll see you in the next video. God bless you all. If you haven't watched my previous videos on these topics, please do so before watching this one. I've put up the thumbnails here, so it'll be very easy for you to find on my YouTube channel. Please go check it out. They are of utmost importance.